Do you want to make more money with your detailing business? Well, here are 5 add-ons that you could add to your business to make more money today. My name's OJ with Boss Detailing Pros, servicing Sacramento and the nearby areas. And today I'm going to talk about the 5 add-ons that I added to my detailing business to help make the extra profit on every single detail that I do. So make sure you guys stick to the very end so that you can make more money with your detailing business. So the first add-on that I started with my detailing business was a leather conditioner. If you guys want to know what leather conditioner I use, feel free to click the link in my description. I'll tell you guys on Instagram, just shoot me that DM. But I started using the leather conditioner because it is the most user-friendly and easiest to use. I have thrown it to a couple customers for free just so they could really see the difference and why they need it, and just so I could get some pictures and videos of how to apply it and things of that sort. I usually charge, depending on the vehicle, $50 for this add-on. And so if you think about it, every detail, that's an extra $50 that I'm making. The best part about the leather conditioner is it's very hard to use it in the incorrect way, because what you do is you take a sponge or a microfiber towel, put a little bit on there, you put it on the seats, let it sit for a few minutes, and then if there's any excess, you just wipe it off and that's it. Most of the times, if the seats are really, really dry, then I just leave it and I never wipe any off. Let it sit till the next day. It never gets on the client's clothes. It's very user-friendly, so I recommend this to add on to your detailing arsenal. The second add-on I recommend adding to your detailing business is the ozone treatment. If you guys don't know what ozone is, it really helps with I use it a lot on interior shampoo jobs because there may be a stench or like the smell in the car, or some people who just smoke cigarettes or weed in their car and they really want that smell gone. It's easy to use. You just plug it in, let it sit in the car for, I usually do about 10-15 minutes, and I'm usually working on the outside of the car while it's running. And then I unplug it and leave the windows down while I finish working on the rest of the exterior of the vehicle to give it time to air out the ozone. The only thing is with this one, make sure you advise your clients to let all the ozone smell air out, because it is poisonous to humans. It can give you guys really bad headaches. So make sure you tell your clients to let the car air out. I bought my ozone machine on Amazon. You guys, I'll leave a link in my Amazon Creators Fund listing, whatever you guys want to call it, to where you guys could purchase one. And I believe it was only like 40 bucks. And I charge $25, I believe, for every treatment. And so after one treatment, it pretty much pays for itself. And I've used it a lot. One thing I'd also recommend with that ozone treatment is if you plan on using it, do not go in the vehicle after. So make sure you guys finish everything that you need to do on the interior of the vehicle before using your ozone machine. And for the third add-on that I suggest you guys add on to your detailing business is an add-on that I've personally added, which is the black trim restoration. The black trim restoration really helps. This car doesn't have too much black trim, but if you guys seen on Instagram, I have a Jeep that had like really faded black trim. It really helps on those vehicles. I charge another $25 to $50 depending on how much trim the vehicle has. And it's another very user-friendly, paint-friendly chemical. With this one, the specific brand I use, once again, you guys could DM me if you want to know which brands I use. If you get it on the paint, it's easy to wipe off. Even if it's been sitting on the paint for an hour, 35, 45 minutes, it doesn't matter. You could just wipe it off the paint because it's meant to stick to the plastics. And before we get to the next add-on that I suggest you guys add, let me know down in the comments, what add-ons do you guys currently offer? How much do you guys charge? And do you find it worth your time? And on to the fourth add-on, this is engine bay cleaning. Engine bay cleaning is a little more difficult. That's why it's towards the end of the list. And it's not as common. But what I've realized is people with trucks, SUVs, usually the bigger cars, they usually are the ones that I've had to do engine bay cleanings for. And so whenever I go to a client and I see like in here, if they have like a lot of pine needles or pine cones, whatever it may be, I know, or leaves, I know that their engine bay is probably really dirty. So that's when I shoot them the offer, hey, we do have engine bay cleanings. It's 50 bucks. And I tell them the benefits of engine bay cleanings. If you guys don't know, It'll help stop getting stuck in your timing belt and things of that sort. It'll also stop all the dirt buildup. Maybe if you have an engine oil leak, it'll help clean some of that stuff up. So those are the pros of having an engine bay cleaning that you could possibly pitch to your clients. I just use any degreaser. Really, any degreaser works. I take a microfiber towel, sometimes a brush to really brush off the dirt with that degreaser, and then I spray the engine bay clean. Make sure you guys cover the alternator and the batteries so that you do not flood those. And depending on the vehicles, most of the vehicles I turn them on to prevent flooding the engine as well. That's not something you have to do, but it is recommended. And this process usually takes about 30 minutes. So $50 for 30 minutes worth of work, I find worth it. Let me know, do you guys think it's worth it? And last but not least, the good old fashioned headlight restorations. I put this last because it is one of the harder things to do out of this list, but it is one of the ones that can make you the most money. I charge about $100 per headlight restoration, so $50 each headlight. I've never met someone who only does one headlight, so it's pretty much guaranteed $100. I will say this add-on takes a lot of trial and error and practice, so make sure you guys do practice on other things before you take it to a client's car. I know one of my cars needed a headlight restoration. I know a couple family members who needed one, so it is something you could offer to them for free just to really nail down that practice, so that when you do take it to a client's Corvette or whatever, Camaro, Mustang, you're not messing up their headlights. If you are a beginner detailer just now starting headlight restoration, you could probably charge $50 for both of them, versus the more pro or experienced detailers, they could charge anywhere from $100 to $150. I know some that may even charge almost $200, so depending on how big the headlights are. So there is a lot of money in this add-on, but like I said, it does take time and practice. A few mistakes to watch out for when you are practicing the headlight restorations is make sure you put tape surrounding the headlights so that you do not accidentally sand over or buff over the paint. So make sure you guys really tape off those areas. Don't spend too much time on one specific part of the headlight. Show love to the whole headlight in the equal amount of love. Because when you go to polish out the headlights, it'll really show where you spent too much time in one area versus another, and the headlights are going to look uneven, and then you're going to have to repeat that whole process over again. So those are the 5 add-ons that I added to my detailing business to help me make more money. Drop in the comments below if I missed any that you guys may have, and let me know how much you guys charge and if you find it worth it. Make sure you guys hit that like and follow button so you guys can continue to detail like a pro, so they can